day, the little country schoolhouse of Henford filled with pliable, eager students ready for learning. But the teens of the upper floor had other kinds of learning in mind. They had eager hearts rather than eager minds. Orion had gained something of a reputation in the recent years. Yes, he still had something of the old storyteller in him, but a new regard had formed. Orion Ratliff was considered by the girls of Bramblewood School to be a romantic. Some found his black moods to be quite intriguing. What was he thinking? What was he writing down? Some had noticed that his rather brown and impish face had suddenly broadened into downright handsome. And some considered the story of him to be the romantic bit. His father missing, the unwilling head of his family, his mother unable to be granted a war widow's pension. Oh, how pretty tragedy kindled the heart of the young. These new circumstances were not something Orion wasn't aware of. Oh, how incredibly aware he was. He was aware of pixie-faced overachiever Sophia Dill. He was aware of plain perfectionist Gretchen Townsend. He was aware of his fellow brooder and black mooder Irene Peters, though she was off limits. And he was aware of the forest-loving Juliet Holliday. Orion was not the only one who had suddenly discovered an interest in romance. Celeste too had her eyes on a beau. Larry Morrison was just her speed. Well, he'd be closer to her speed if he didn't always talk of his garden. In fact, they talked about little else. Yet Celeste's heart yearned for the boy. Even Frederick and Laurent had their eyes on someone. Unfortunately, that someone was the same girl, the aforementioned Irene Peters. She was political, which pleased Cousin Frederick greatly. And she knew everything about contemporary art, which doubly pleased Laurent, who wasn't ashamed to openly flirt with her. Yet it was Frederick who always managed to walk Ms. Peters home, whereupon Fred flirted with her in the form of pestering Irene on world issues. Winter had burst in with a load of snow and ice. Perfect weather considering the annual frost dance had come again. As Sweet Fern College was the only campus large enough to host the dance, the students of Bramblewood made merry work of cheering the place up. The theme that year was A Starry Night. Orion, who had previously had no interest in dancing, suddenly found himself compelled to join the decorator committee, a thought several of the other boys had as well. Close, long contact with girls who were all aflush with labor. Irresistible.
I think this will be the best one yet.
Thanks to your organizing of it, Sophia.
You're flattering me. I'm only pleased I got at least some of the boys to participate.
Didn't you also convince Ms. McVeigh to lend the school to us?
Only because most of us girls will be starting up there come spring. Did you hear she's going co-ed?
I did, but I can't say I'm interested.
Why ever not? Where will you go with the men's college to defend it? McPhee is taking on the agricultural program.
Nowhere, I suppose. Let's get your bare head out of this snow.
From there, I'll go to Calumet. I heard a Ratliff is one of the deans there, the first female dean. Any relation?
She's my Aunt Helene. She always said she'd be the first at something. She's a crackerjack, that one.
All that academia in your family and you still won't go?
It's not for me, I don't think. My father never went to college.
Your mother did. Her name is on the wall of graduates. I saw it at Sweet Fern.
Well, the answer is, I'm not my mother.
You want to farm like your father?
Can I take your picture?
Yes, please.
Orion was perfectly content with showing Sophia the inner workings of his camera. He was also perfectly content when he promised to dance with her in a few weeks' time, and delighted beyond contentedness when she offered him a kiss as payment.